You watch as the coffin holding your best friend, Gwen Stacy, is lowered into the ground. When Peter had told you that Gwen was killed, you were devastated. Gwen was like a sister to you, so when she died, you felt as if a part of you was missing. Your eyes look up from the coffin to see Peter Parker looking down at the coffin sadly. You feel so bad for him. You know that Gwen was the love of his life, and now that she's gone, well, let's just say that you're frightened that he'll do something very stupid. As if he knows that you're looking at him, Peter looks up and his teary chocolate brown eyes meet your eye-colored ones. It's going to be okay, Peter, you mouth to him. I know. He mouths back with a nod before looking back down at the coffin in sadness, making your frown deepen. After the funeral, you watch as all the other guests exit the cemetery after saying their final goodbyes to Gwen. You tell Gwen's family your condolences before they leave the cemetery. After they leave, you see Peter and his Aunt May standing near the newly dirt-covered grave. You slowly walk over to the two of them as Aunt May walks away. She smiles at you and you smile back. "Yen," she says softly as she gives you a short hug. You hug her back before she pulls back slightly. She smiles. "Peter is so lucky to have you in his life, Yen," she says. "But he needs you now more than ever." You smile and nod as she starts to walk away from you after that. After May leaves, you turn to Peter, who is staring at the tombstone sadly. You take a deep breath before you start walking towards him. You and Peter have been best friends for most of your lives, and you love him dearly, but since he was dating Gwen, you didn't and couldn't say anything to him, not wanting to ruin your friendship with him. You get to where he stands and stare at the gravestone in silence. "I can't believe she's gone, Yen," Peter says softly. You turn to him and pull him into a tight and loving hug as he cries into your shoulder. "It'll be all right, Pete," you say to him as you rub his back comfortingly. He calms down after about 10 minutes and lets go of you. You smile at him. "You all right now, Pete?" He nods. "I'm glad I have you as my friend, Yen," he says with a soft smile on his lips. You take his hand in yours and smile back at him. "I'll always be here for you, Pete, no matter what," you say as you stare into his chocolate brown eyes. "I know you will," he smiles back. "There's the Peter I know," you smile, giggling. He blushes and looks down at the ground. "You want to go get some coffee or something?" you ask shyly. He looks up at you and smiles while nodding. "Sure." You smile as he wraps an arm around your shoulders, walking out of the cemetery.